Hey, I'm Jonathan, and this is a continuing of my epic vlogs on the new Madrid earthquake. To get you up to date, if this is the first time you've seen my vlog, God has given me visions and prophetic words about this massive earthquake down the new Madrid fault line that will completely wipe out the United States of America. God will literally wipe off the USA from the face of the earth. But the book of Revelation, chapter 18, in the New Testament, is prophetic of the fall of the USA. America is Babylon. According to Revelation chapter 18, the sins of Babylon are fundamentally economic, and her judgment is based on how she has treated the poor globally. Only those who see without seeing will miss the prophecy as referring to the United States. The day of the new Madrid earthquake will be the year of Jubilee for developing nations. The USA has held developing nations hostage with debt. With the structural adjustment programs, SAPs, the IMF and World Bank, SAPs that strip national economies of self-determination, crippling debt owed to the United States will be erased in one day with the new Madrid earthquake. Also, the new Madrid earthquake will accomplish in one day what the global environmental movement has been working for decades. The drastic reduction of carbon emissions and the stabilizing of the climate. This earthquake will stop the current level of consumption permanently. Never again will the nations be absorbed with materialism. In addition to economic and environmental reasons, God's judgment on the USA is due to the level of sexual immorality among Americans. Referencing Revelation chapter 17, verse 5, the United States has exported sexual promiscuity to sexually stable cultures in order to exploit consumers. God's original destiny for the United States of America was to be a base for the spreading of the gospel of Jesus Christ to the ends of the earth. In the days following the new Madrid earthquake, the voice of God will cry out from heaven over the entire earth. Now let the gospel be preached to the nations. That's what God will say, audibly. As this will be the only time God's voice will cry out audibly to the entire world, it will express that the USA failed to live up to its destiny for all Americans to preach the gospel to the nations. And this failure is fundamental to God's judgment. The new Madrid earthquake will produce a profound grief globally. It will be the physical symbol of the spiritual reality of God's broken heart. God's judgment on the USA will be sudden. It won't creep, like in the form of an Ebola virus or an ISIS terrorist attack. The sudden and unexpected nature to the new Madrid earthquake is God's grace to the last generation to prepare them for the sudden second coming of Jesus Christ. Neither will they have an excuse for not being ready, the last generation. Leading up to the new Madrid earthquake, there will be 2 more terrorist attacks on U.S. soil, continuing the narrative of the dialectic of a death struggle between the USA and Islam. Call it a death struggle because both the USA and Islam will collapse. But these terrorist attacks will be relatively small. God wants to give Americans the assurance that he refuses to allow Islam to be the arm of his judgment against the U.S. God won't allow Islamic fundamentalists to carry out a massive attack on the USA. What will be massive is the overreaction to these smaller terrorist attacks. Civil rights will erode dramatically from something small. Also leading up to the New Madrid earthquake will be economic problems which will create a wider gap between the rich and the poor in the USA, and a couple serious natural disasters. But these are only warnings to the New Madrid earthquake. Thank you so much for watching. You're awesome, and I love you.